Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Well, look, we sort of offer these videos on a daily basis just to educate you, teach you a little bit along the way, and if hopefully that leads you towards Jazz Wealth, great. If it leads you towards hitting the subscribe button, that's cool too. But we're here to just kind of help you with your dough. We kind of jokingly say help you get your dough straight. And that's really the goal. Anything I can do to help you sort of get smarter about investing, saving, your personal finance, well, that's what I'm here to help you with. So along the way, I've been sort of updating you on how the Democrats and Republicans have been getting along quietly. You don't see that on the media because that's not fun. That doesn't get you to keep watching the TV there. But they've actually been getting along quite well when it comes to your retirement investments and your general savings. Now, we posted some videos along the way of what the Democrats have been working with and what the Republicans have been working with. And the House of Representatives actually last week passed a bill almost unanimously. It was 417 to 3. There was only 3 no's in the whole thing for a bill that they're calling the Secure Act. Now, what this is basically just a large overhaul of the entire retirement investing system, at least the start anyways. And the Republicans have been working on their version, the Democrats have been working on their version, and they're actually coming together, sort of agreeing on things that can be in the final bill. Now, this is by far the final bill, but it's nice to know that the House of Representatives have something. The Senate has something as well. They have their own act as well. They call it, what do they call it? I forget the name of it actually, but they're working on something as well, which has a lot of the same things in it. So I thought I'd give you an update on this because it seems to be making its way through Congress little by little, and it's one of those things that they do agree on. Now, what changes for you? What do you need to know? Well, if you have a 401k or just wish you had a 401k at work, what this bill, the Secure Act, is actually trying to do is make it easier for more people to participate in 401ks. There are a couple things. So they're working to help there be like pooled 401ks. So if you do some sort of side job like drive for Uber or you make some income on Airbnb, things like that, you'd actually be able to participate in a group's 401k plan so that you can save for retirement, you know. A lot of us have side businesses, maybe we do contract work, and some of the alternatives that are currently available are just not fitting the bill. You want the sort of 401k approach that most employers offer to their full-time employees. Well, in this bill, they're actually going to try to expand that a little bit. They're also going to make it to where it's easier for a small business to offer 401ks to their employer, so far as to say, well, maybe we'll give the business a tax credit to offset some of the costs in there. So I certainly vote for that. I'm all in favor of that. That's really good. But one of the things that we've been talking about is this whole student loan match is sort of what they're calling it. Well, basically what that means is that, and almost both sides agree perfectly on this, that if an employer offers a 401k, but you say, well, look, I'm paying off some student loans. I can't contribute to a 401k. But the company offers a match, right? So let's say 5%. You put in 5% of your income and the company will match up to 5% or whatever the percentage is. One of the things that they're saying is, hey, that's not fair. If you're taking a percentage of your income and you're putting it towards student loans, let's say it's 5%, then the employer should now be able to contribute their 5% match to the 401k. Now, I've read some of the comments in some of these videos that we've done. Some of you agree and some of you wholeheartedly disagree. And so you say it's not fair, and I understand some of the arguments. This would be included in this plan, a version of this. This is what they're working on. So, for example, you put 5% in towards your student loans, you'd be able to go to your employer and say, see, look, I paid off 5% of my student loans. I want you to take that 5% and I want you to put it in my 401k as well. Therefore, you could be paying off your student loans and growing your retirement at the same time. So they're working on that. The problem I have with it is it seems that they're going to force the issue here. I don't like when they force you to do certain things. And in this case, it seems both sides have agreed that this would be an obligation. You'd be required to do so if the employer met these requirements. Have a problem with that because look, last year I talked to 1,488 of you. This year I'm already almost on track to, so far this year, have beaten that. And I'm finding that a lot of employers already offer this as an option. A lot of the bigger name employers say, hey, if you get hired by us, you can contribute to a 401k, but if you want to pay off your student loans, we'll still match the amount in your 401k. We don't need to be forced to tell the employer to do that. An employer shouldn't be forced to do that, in other words. So that part I kind of disagree with. The employers also offer all kinds of different things where they'll say, if you don't use your paid vacation, you can actually cash it in and use it towards your healthcare premiums or whatever you choose. So I like the idea of when you sign up with an employer, you get a job, that you have the choice of where you want that money to go. If you don't use some of your paid vacation, maybe they'll put that money into an HSA for you or whatever it may be. And so that part bugs me a little bit. Another thing that they're working on in this bill is if you're part-time. Let's say you're part-time at a company that offers a great 401k, they offer a match, but you're part-time and so you're not eligible. Well, this bill is going to say, look, if you've worked there for 2 years in a row and you've worked at least 500 hours, that you should be able to participate in the 401k. I love that. That makes perfect sense, right? Let people take their own retirement in their own control. And then the final thing that is of note in this bill, although there's a lot of things, is that they're raising the required minimum distributions to 72. So currently what happens is when you turn age 70 and a half, it's weird, but when you're 70 and a half, you're required to start pulling money out of your 401k and out of your traditional IRA. They're basically just raising that to 72 or hoping to raise that to 72, and so far both sides agree 100% on that. I agree on that as well. And so that's basically it. Just wanted to keep you updated on this. This is a little departure from our normal type videos, but hey, I follow politics and your money as well, and if we could take the opinion out of it and just let you know what they're working on, well, at least you know what options are available to you. I hope this helps you in some way. If it does, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button. Keep us in mind at Jazz Wealth, we help all of our investors not only take their retirement investments into their control, we give you the financial advice, the help to grow your net worth, and sort of jokingly help you get your dough straight so that you have control. You know what it takes and you know you have the right investments. Typically that's sort of reserved for the higher net worth individuals. We're bringing that to everybody, so I hope you'll check us out at jazzwealth.com. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back at 5 o'clock, by the way, to do the closing beat. It's just a live show that we do to cover the stock market for the day, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll let you know what happened. Hope to see you there. Enjoy.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.